Okay, it's time to get out there and shine. We did this, like what, 2 years ago? 2 years? About to go on the third year doing this the third time. We did the first time, the second time, now there's a third time's a charm. Let's go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Yeah! Whoa! Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. If I can please have all your attention, I really appreciate the applause and the cheering. Thank you all so much. I'm Sergeant, and as you guys know, I will be hosting again. Yup, that's right. I'm hosting again. I did it last year, and I'm doing it this year too. And I'm pretty sure I did it. Yeah, I did it. I remember back in 2021 when I did it. 2021, 2022, now it's 2023, and I'm doing it again. As you guys know, I'm Sergeant, like I already said, and I will be hosting the 2023 event too. Thank you. Thank you again. During the J-Book Movies event too, as you all guys know already, you guys been here for all the events, we will be announcing the upcoming projects coming in J-Book Movies trilogy. That includes movies, TV shows, and cool events featuring all of our favorite actors, and doing interviews with them, telling us how excited they are to be part of all these projects together as a team. So why don't we go ahead and just broadcast today's show by also announcing the movies that's coming up soon. Let's go ahead, shall we? Let's go on ahead and announce the upcoming movies, shall we? The first movie that we want to announce, I'm pretty sure you guys heard about this, but we are working on Big Lips 2, which is scheduled to release around May 2024. And to say some more news about it, we got the Big Lips himself. Hello, J-Book Movies event too. It's me, Turk and Dove, and I play Big Lips. Here he is, folks, Turk and Dove, Big Lips. Yeah, I'm back, baby. I'm back in action for my brand new sequel, Big Lips 2, number 2, y'all. Yeah. So Turkin, I just want to say it's great for you to be back for doing another Big Lips movie. Oh, you too, Sergeant. This is gonna be fun. So Big Lips. Or should I say, Mr. Turkin? Oh, it's okay. You can call me Big Lips if you want to. I'm used to being called that. I can tell from your big old lips there. Yeah. So tell us, what can you tell us about the new upcoming Big Lips sequel? Like, what is it going to be about? You want to share any good updates about it? Any plot details? Well, let me just start off by saying this sequel is very funny. I mean, I've been doing my first film 1 year ago. My first film came out 1 year ago. I'm pretty sure you guys already seen it. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen the first movie. Yep. For those of you who see my first movie, congratulations for you because you are so good for seeing it, because now that we're doing a sequel, you gotta know what's gonna be coming next. Because actually, you know, it's been 1 year since, you know, the laughter and the comedy. This sequel is gonna be a lot more funnier than my last one. Really? Are you saying that with your eyes open? I'm saying it with my lips talking right now. My new sequel is gonna be absolute funnier. If you thought my first movie was funny, trust me, I thought of some cool scene ideas to make you guys laugh for this next opinion. Anything else you want to say about your movie? Well, my girlfriend Katie will be in it. Oh, Katie's coming back. Yep, Katie's coming back. A special guest appearance will be coming in the film. A special guest star that I don't want to spoil. I'll let you guys see the trailer, which is coming later on in January of next year. You hear that, folks? It's been confirmed that Big Lips 2 will be getting an official trailer coming in January. Any day in January? Expect there to be a trailer for Big Lips 2 around January 6th, the 6th day of January. Alright, you hear that, folks? A new trailer for Big Lips 2, the official trailer, will be coming out January 6th. Let's mark our calendars for that one. Or for those of you who don't want to mark your calendars, you could try to, remind yourselves. Or you could just be there to pop in and just see it. See it whenever you want to. I'm just letting you guys know the trailer was coming January 6th. That's what we can remember that. And another thing I want to say about this movie is that there's going to be a lot of love problems. Love problems? Yeah, because it's going to be rated W, so we want to fit in that kind of stuff. I understand. The first movie was rated W. Yeah, it's going to be wild. It's going to be rated W like the first movie, so, don't think anything could be PG-10, PG-13, rated R. Nope. Just rated W for wildness. That's fine, because wild has something to do with being funny. Yeah, it's just acting wild, doing silly and goofy and stuff. Goofing off. That's right. And I just want to say, it feels so good to do another movie. Like, I thought I was only going to get one movie, just one. But then it popped in my mind, like, we're doing a sequel for me already? What took so long? What took so long? But it's so happy to hear that you're finally getting back into the big comedy game. Oh, I'm back into the comedy game. You sure are. And that was Turk and Dove, everybody. Thank you all so much for having me. And check out my new sequel coming in May of 2024. This summer, everyone. Yes, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Turkin. What a big guest star appearance in the show, everybody. Seeing Turk and Dove with his new hit Big Lips 2 coming next year around the May. Perfect day to go out. It'll be near summertime, but summer usually starts in June, but a great way to start your summer off with comedy. Yeah. Now, another thing I want to talk about, not only Big Lips 2 is coming out later in the summer, we also have an original film that's pretty much announced 25 years, which is scheduled to release July of 2024, so later on in the summer. If you guys are confused about what will 25 years be about, well, let's hear from the main star who's going to be appearing in the movie, Dolphin. Hello, everybody! Hello, Dolphin! Hello, Sergeant! Thank you so much for inviting me to the J-Book Movies Event Tomb of 2023. Anytime, buddy! Anytime! Why don't you tell everyone around here about your new movie that's coming out later in next year, around the summer, 25 years. Oh, I forgot I was part of that movie. Well, first thing I want to say is, this movie, I had a brilliant blast making it. It takes place outside, a big wide open space outside. I had such a good time being in it. I'm the main character. I play Dolphin, as always, because I really don't try to give myself a different name when it comes to movies and TV shows. I just go for my actual himself name. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. It's hard to find good names. Yeah, there are lots of good names that are tooken already. And my film, 25 Years, is going to be a future movie. A future? Yes, about what the future will look like in 2020. Actually, 25 years to come. Whoa. So this is going to predict the future? Well, I know we don't know what might happen in 25 years in the future that's coming, but in this movie, we just probably make fun of what we think will happen in the upcoming 25 years. It's a future. It's like Back to the Future, but it's like a 25 years going in front of the future. Oh, so instead of going back to the future, you're going in front of the future. Precisely. I got you. And not all we can say about this film until you guys really see the trailer for it. But we do know there's going to be like some weird, non-true stuff in there that we may not think that's going to be true about the future, but we're just doing a movie about it because movie ideas. But you know what, I still think this might be a good movie idea. I mean, what will happen in 25 years? We don't know. I mean, we do live in a crazy world now. The end of the world can be anytime, right? We never know. So we just wanted to do a crazy movie about it, just to, be funny. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Movies are movies. Not every movie has to be perfect in the world. That's right. People just do movies because they try to, explain life lessons to people. Exactly. And that's pretty much it. And you can check it out in theaters around July of 2024. That's around the summer. Exactly. So thank you all so much for understanding about this new movie, 25 Years. And thank you, Dolphin, for coming to explain to us about the new movie, because I'm pretty sure some of us would have been confused. And we would have been like, what is this movie you're talking about? I'm so happy I got to step in and talk about it. Yeah, anytime, man. Thank you all so much for having me, and enjoy the rest of the J-Book Movie Show. Thank you, Dolphin. Expect 25 years in theaters, everyone, and a big motion picture event around the summer of 2024, if you guys are excited for that one. Now, let's go ahead and announce some good other stuff we're coming out with. We did secretly announce this, I'm gonna say last year, but we are working on another Pi Jaime movie. Do you guys remember Pi Jaime with the Gorbies? Bob and Finny and Roman, the three Gorbies, well, they're coming back in a new sequel that's coming around the holiday of next year. Not this holiday, but next year. And here's a first look of it. You can see the Gorbies are already back in their little decoy of, doing their funny business. Yup, it's a new design, but it's still the same Gorbies that we all knew from the first movie, all motion picture and paper-mation and stuff. And not much we can say about this film because it is coming around the next holiday. So, be ready for the next holiday where we can explain more about it. And you won't probably get a trailer until maybe later on in the next year or so. But don't worry, we'll keep you guys updated around this movie because we do own Pi Jaime. We own the first one and we own the second one. And while you guys wait for the second movie to come out, you guys can check out the first Pie Me movie that came out 2 years ago. That's still sticking around places for you to watch. Yup, it's good to see the Gorbies coming back because we decided, we missed the Gorbies. That Pie Me movie was so much fun making it. I cannot think of how many times I had a good time making this film, and it feels so good to do a sequel because, you know, sometimes good movies deserve a sequel. You know, you just need them, you know, get the money and making more adventures with the characters. But here's the first look. You guys got to see it. And that's Pie Me 2 coming around the holiday of next year. So thank you. I do love the Gorbies. I love Wob. He's one of my favorite ones ever. You know, I love his little bluish action ways. He's got to be like the grumpy one around the group. Before we get to all the big surprising stuff, why don't we go ahead and get to some of the, you know, much more understandable stuff. Let's go ahead and announce some good Papermation films coming out next year, huh? I bet you guys were waiting for that one because that's pretty much what J-Book Movies is all about. We get much good movies from Papermation, huh? Let's start with J-Turb. Yup, that's right, the J-Turb. You know, the studio that made Burlo The Moose and Dana Manny and Mullen the Owl. Yup, that studio. Let's go ahead and announce what they're coming out with next year and the upcoming years, huh? Of course, you guys have heard, Dana Manny is getting a third film coming January 26th of next year in 2024. So if you're ready to see some more Dana Manny action with Calm, Jiggly, and Tally and the Deerlings and the Bug Viruses, then be prepared for the next installment in the Dana Manny trilogy. J-Turb Studios is working on an original film that's based on a lizard. It's called Jake the Lizard. I'm pretty sure you guys seen the teaser. It's online right now for you guys to watch it. It's about a lizard who gets adopted by a black kid, a black girl, and the lizard tries to show her what great things that a lizard can do. Give her some good lizard facts, and that's coming around, and that's scheduled to come out in theaters March 15th of 2024. So if you guys are excited to see the new Jake the Lizard movie, then you guys are in luck because March 15th, 2024 is when you'll be able to check it out. It'll be out. I'm pretty sure you guys didn't know about this yet because we didn't announce it yet. But J-Turb is also working on another original movie that's coming out around the spring of 2024 alongside with Jake the Lizard. It's called Crazy Frog, and it's going to be about a big, ribbity frog that likes to leap on lily pads and hangs out with 3 kids who are adopted him. He is a pet frog. It's called Crazy Frog, which is coming around April of 2024. That's in the spring. So if you guys are curious, we should be getting trailers around January of 2024. So beware because this frog is about to go ribbity crazy. But you guys don't know more about it yet. We will show trailers around next year, January. There'll be good trailers for all good movies. And of course, we got some surprising news that we didn't want to spoil yet. We wanted to wait till after the 4th movie release to actually announce this, but here it is. Burlo The Moose 5. That's right, Burlo The Moose is getting a 5th movie. Yeah, we're sorry we didn't tell you guys about this yet. The thing is, we forgot that we were getting this coming out. We were trying to, you know, see if it was coming out the next year after next year. But we were like, why not make it for a May 2024 release date? Yeah, we're not through with Burlo and the Friends yet. We're not through with Burlo and Melon's Adventures yet. Because Burlo The Moose 5 has been scheduled for May of 2024. So if you guys are excited to see the next installment for Burlo, then you're in luck. And of course, I'm pretty sure you guys remember this old movie that J-Turb made. It's called The Roji. Well, we're also making a second movie, which is scheduled for August of 2024. The Roji is coming back, as well as Murnix and the Roji's relationship. So get ready for some imaginary friend fun. You love them from Dana Manny. You've seen their TV show from Meltper. Well, the Deerlings, Uka Duka, is getting a film of their own. Yup, they had a TV show, now they're getting a new movie, a 1-hour flick, which is scheduled for fall of 2024. The Deerlings are coming in a movie. How exciting is that, huh? Yeah, we want to keep the Dana Manny franchise going because J-Turb does own J-Turb, and J-Turb does own Dana Manny. We want to keep Dana Manny around, you know? And I know this original movie that J-Turb made, just came out, but actually, we're working on another Zimmy movie, which is also scheduled for fall of 2024. Yup, Zimmy is coming back. If you guys seen the first movie, it's already out. You guys can go check it out. And those bunny rabbits and the Mords, expect them to come back. All the old characters are expected to return. And of course, we're not through with Mullen the Owl yet, because Mullen the Owl 3 has also been confirmed that's coming out next year around the holiday season. How exciting is that? Our favorite yellow golden owl, who's very clumsy, is also coming back for a third franchise, 3 Mullen the Owl films, and still having so much fun with the TV show that's on Meltper that you guys can check out on Meltper every day. And you guys don't know about this yet, but later on in the 2025, which is after next year's release, we're working on an original film called Mambo Beavers. It's gonna be a beaver movie. We're making a movie about beavers. You know, the guys with the, the toofs that like to chew on logs and make dams. Yeah, beavers. We're making a beaver movie. It's called Mambo Beavers, which is set to release of spring of 2025. So if you guys are interested, look forward into seeing it next spring. I mean, the next spring after next spring. Am I saying it right? Whatever. There's no sneak looks yet. The film is still being made. It's still being development. Production is production. Movies take a really big minute to get made. So look forward into the big J-Turb cinematic universe for next year, along with these 2 movies, along with these upcoming movies. And you guys let us know, what J-Turb movie are you excited to see in the next upcoming years? Because for me, I'm pretty much excited to see all of them, because J-Turb really is good. They have good characters, good stories, and good humor for kids and adults. Now that we've done J-Turb, who wants to get to TST Studios, huh? That's right, the main papermation studio. TST Studios, the studio that made good films like Chico and Friends, T-Goes, The Meerkat Day, Lakey's Hair, and The Pure Peoples. I shouldn't have to keep going. You guys know TST Studios. I'm pretty sure you guys been around that studio since 2020. That's when the studio was getting launched. Actually, back then, 2019 is when TST Studios was launched. We just haven't made any good movies for it yet. But also, let's go ahead and announce what they're coming out with in 2024 and 2025. That's right. We're going to announce the TST Studios 2025 films. Let's go ahead and slide those in. Now, for the 2024 releases, we've already announced back in our last event, Tume, but we're going to go over them again, so we can lead up to the new announcements. Of course, Lakey's Hair is getting a sequel that's coming out around February, around Valentine's Day season. A love movie for Lakey's Hair coming out next February. All right. So expect to see some more cutting and braiding and brushing. Team Gruff, the superhero team that likes to say, let's do some gruff and taking down Mo Henson, is also getting a feature-length long movie, which is coming out around the spring of 2024. Expect to see Taji and Glue Glue and Hugis and Slifer and Gravely. 2 trailers are online for you to watch and new official clips. And we'll be announcing more stuff for it, promoting it around when the time has come for its release. And of course, we already announced, you guys already seen the teaser, Chico and Friends is getting a 5th movie, which is scheduled for the summer of next year. That's right, we're getting more Chico, baby! And surprisingly enough, we're gonna get Rabbit returning in the film. Who here remembers Rabbit from the first movie? The main protagonist in the first Chico and Friends movie. She's also returning in it. And we're just gonna say this right now, Chico and Friends 5 may be the biggest Chico and Friends movie yet. How do I know? Well, just wait for the next trailer coming out next month, and you'll be surprised about what this new Chico and Friends adventure will be. And you guys are probably gonna think to yourself, maybe this will be the biggest Chico and Friends movie of all. Because the fact that we're doing a 5th one, T-Goes. Everyone loves T-Goes. We don't want to let them go yet because, as Chico and Friends being TST Studios' first movie, we're not ready to let that franchise go because, in honor for it being our first movie around the studio. You guys don't know about this new movie yet, but I'm pretty sure you guys seen the new teaser that's out right now. It's called Monkey's House. That's right. If you guys seen the teaser, you guys should have a glimpse about what it should be about. It's going to be a monkey movie, and it's scheduled to release around the summer of 2024, around July. If you've seen the teaser, you guys should know about Monkey's House already, which is also coming out. We'll share some new looks around next month, to prepare ourselves for the movie's release. And of course, the origin story of the Chico and Friends characters, I'm talking about Ely, Levin, Lermeyer, and Aldi. They're getting their own movie. Yeah, I know, you didn't expect that to happen, huh? That's right, and we're calling it The 4 Kids. Why are we calling it The 4 Kids? Well, there's 4 of them. You tell me, what do you want to call Ely, Lermeyer, Levin, and Aldi. Like, there's 4 of these guys. I mean, we didn't know what to call it. I mean, we couldn't just give them a name. I mean, that would just be weird. So we just called it the 4 Kids. What a silly name, but you know, it is what it is. You know, that's, movies are changing. And it's also scheduled to release around the Thanksgiving holiday of 2024. So that's later on next year, around the fall. So you can see the origins of Ely and her friends before they met Chico. It's an origin story on what they were doing before they met Chico. It's an origin story. Alright, we've already announced the 2024 films that Tivers are releasing. Yup, the 4 Kids will be the final film that Tivers Studios releases in 2024. Are you guys ready for the 2025 films that Tivers is releasing? Well, let's go ahead and announce that the Meerkat Day 3 is in the works. There's gonna be a 3rd Meerkat Day film. We're not done with Dawn the Meerkat yet with his little herd, which is scheduled to release around spring of 2025. So be ready for the next animal adventures. And this one is expected to be the wildest ride yet, because we're gonna have more animals, more good life lessons about animals, and whatever else we got coming. And we've already announced this. We announced it early this year after the sequel came out. You guys already know that the Pure Peoples have had like 2 movies, right? Well, we've already announced that we're working on a 3rd film. I'm pretty sure we already announced it already. And we finally have a release date for it. May of 2025. That's right, folks. The Pure Peoples are finally getting a 3rd film. And we finally have a release date. May 2025. 2 years apart from this year and next year after 2024. Prepare to see back the adventures of Ched, Lena, and Alias as they go on another Perfect adventure. And this one is expected to be probably one of the best ones yet. But we don't know much about it because, you know, the movie is still being worked on. You know, it comes out in 2025, so that's a long time to wait. We got plenty of time to work on the movie. As you guys enjoyed these upcoming Tivers films, let us give us some time to work on these films. And, oh boy, we're so nervous to announce this next one. I know you guys are probably gonna laugh, or you're probably gonna go like, are you kidding me? Are you really milking this thing so much? But apparently, we're working on a Chico and Friends 6. That's right. You know, Tivers Studios' first film was Chico and Friends, and they're not ready to let that franchise go because it was their first movie, and you know, it is popular. But Chico and Friends 6, this is a really Chico and Friends franchise. Chico and Friends is really becoming a Tivers franchise. Like, it's getting more sequels than all the other Tivers Studios films that hasn't even gotten their 4th films yet. We're down to the sequels and stuff. And it's coming out around the summer of 2025. I don't know about you guys, but I know you guys are probably gonna go insane about it. Like, do we really need a Chico and Friends 6? Well, we got another good idea for it. And trust us, we'll make it worth watching, don't worry. I mean, if the 5th movie is gonna be worth watching, why not the 6th film? I know it may be a little crazy, like we probably don't need it, but I know. We got some good story plot lines. And we just don't want to turn it into a series because, you know, that'll be just really crazy. But we promise you, you'll pretty much find a way to, you know, really enjoy it. After Chico and Friends 6, there's Lakey's Hair 3. 3 Lakey's Hair films. This one is coming out around the fall of 2025. So more adventures with the hair, friends. And Tivers Studios is working on another original film. They are good at making originals instead of just focusing on sequels. They're doing originals too. And this one is a lot different because it's Pim Me the Winger. If you guys are confused about what Pim Me the Winger is going to be about, we do know it's going to be about a boy, a teenage boy, who wants to be a big winger, who wants to be part of an army of wingers who like to serve justice and help people innocent and fight baddies. And that's coming around the holiday of 2025, so that's a long time to wait. But don't worry, as we get ready for our next event tunes, we'll keep sharing updates on these films. Pim Me the Winger. And that was all the announcements from 2024 and 2025 from Tivers Studios. And you guys tell us, which films in the upcoming Tivers Studios franchise trilogy are you guys excited for? I'm pretty much excited for the Team Gruff movie. I really want to see Team Gruff fight crime. I want to see them fight crime, but 1 hour of them doing it. Tivers Studios is becoming great at making films, and we try to make them good for, you know, adults to laugh at and kids to laugh at. Try to put some good humor in there for everyone. Well, that's all from TST Studios. Now, why don't we go on ahead and reveal the Jay's Casting Comedy? That's right. J-Book Movies also owns Jay's Casting Comedy, so let's go ahead and slide on by and see what Jay's Casting Comedy has aware. Here we are! We've made it to the Jay's Casting Comedy slideshow of all the good stuff that's coming from the comedy. Let's go ahead and go over them. An original new show that they're making is called Job on Us. This show takes place about a guy who works at a really cool job at a construction site where all they do is build stuff, break stuff, and jackhammer on stuff. And this is set to premiere on Jay's Casting Comedy around January of 2024. That's next month. So this should be a good show. Do you guys remember that new TST show? The Meerkat Day Out and Side? That's right, apparently, that's TST Studios' first TV show. Now they're making another TV show, and it's from one of their movies. The Pure Peoples, that's right. We also forgot to mention this, but now that we're working on a third Pure Peoples movie, while you guys wait for that, you can chill out and enjoy The Pure Peoples' Pureful Adventures, which is set to also premiere January 2024. That's right, 2 TST Studios movies are getting turned into a TV show, The Meerkat Day and The Pure Peoples. So I hope you guys are looking forward into that because The Pure Peoples will be going in so many episodes. Each episode will be very funny, I promise you that. I promise you that one. An original show idea called Socklo that takes place around a guy who loves to be on. It's a guy, Socklo, which is set to premiere around spring of 2024. Another original show, Good Bumper, set to premiere of the summer of 2024. And also, Slido, which is still to be announced. That's right, this show is still being thought of, so apparently it's in the TBA to be announced. You know, this show hasn't been worked on yet, but we will get to it, and it's set to premiere around next year, so be prepared for that one. Well, everyone, I want to say this, but that's it. That's it for all the events that's coming in the upcoming years of J-Book Movies. That was the J-Book Movies event too, and we hope you guys enjoyed today's show because we had such a blast time. We got to go over so much announcements, and if you guys are looking forward to all these events coming up, we promise you this, they are going to be so much fun to watch for everyone. Thank you all so much for joining, and I had such a good time, and we want to give a big shout out to all the celebrity guys that came here to also announce their other films, including Turk and Dove from Big Lips, and Dolphland from Our Perfect Weekend, and the upcoming future film 25 Years. We want to give a shout out for them doing a special cameo appearance. And thank you all so much for coming to the J-Book Movies Event 2 2023. And we can't wait to do one again in 2024 around the same season. Thank you all so much for coming. I'm Sergeant saying have a great day. Da 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 da.